We're 92 days out from the wedding. I've been hitting the grill. Been doing a lot of walking and working out. But today, we're going to talk about the invisible workout. If you're doing everything right in the kitchen, but only sleeping 5 hours a night, you're fighting against your own biology. So today, we're going to look at the science of why sleep is your ultimate weight loss hack. So when I met my doctors and started on this weight loss journey, I told them, I'm a little bit tired from all the working out and the walking and eating. And all he asked me is how much sleep I was getting. I said, I get between 4.5, 5 hours a night. And he said, well, that's not good. He told me about a study at a University of Chicago where they actually took two groups of people. If I remember the times that they slept, one group slept 8.5 hours, the other slept 5.5 hours. They're eating exactly the same diet. But the sleep-deprived group lost 55% less fat than the group that slept 8.5 hours. However, the sleep-deprived group lost 60% more muscle because your body decides to burn the muscle for fuel and store the fat, kind of like a treasure, like I need this for later, hibernation style. So what's crazy about that is we don't want to lose the muscle. And we want to look good in our wedding photos, at least I do. And I don't want to be that skinny fat looking guy. I want to look lean in the pictures. So getting more sleep has been a focus of mine. And we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight and the things that I do to prepare to go to bed. So what it's about, from what I understand and what I've read, it's about what they call hunger hormones. When you're sleep deprived, your ghrelin, the hunger hormone, spikes about 15%. And your leptin, the I'm full hormone, drops. This is why when you're tired, those convenience traps that we saw in the mall the other day look 10 times more tempting because your brain isn't weak. Your hormones are just screaming for some quick energy and they want a fix, and that sugar and that fast food is just the fix it's looking for. I found some research from UC Berkeley in California that mapped out how deep sleep kind of acts like a floodgate for growth hormone. The growth hormone's the stuff that repairs your muscles and keeps your metabolism pretty high. And you're not recovering from 25,000 steps or 20,000 steps or 18,000 steps. You're just breaking yourself down if you don't have that window of sleep to regenerate that growth hormone in your body. Finally, we got to talk about cortisol. I think most of us have heard about the belly bloat cortisol can give us, and that stress is a major contributor to cortisol buildup, which it is, but what I didn't know is a lack of rest increases the stress, which increases the cortisol. And we literally telling our body at that point, create new fat cells, specifically in your belly. The cortisol belly is real. I've got one. The best way to fight it isn't to sit around or do more sit-ups. Okay, the best way to fight it is to get more sleep and be a little less stressed. Here's how we're going to win the next 92 days. I've already ditched the beer. I've already ditched the Coke Zeros. I've already ditched the bad food. But now we got to ditch the phone 30 minutes before we go to sleep. It allows the melatonin to kick in and get us into a more relaxed state and potentially into a deeper sleep. We need to cool down our body. We need to get that core temperature to drop. So turning down the thermostat and getting that room cool is also going to help us get into a deeper level of sleep. And then the 7-hour minimum. How do we get 7 hours minimum sleep? We aren't checking boxes, we're changing our lives. So 7 to 8 hours is the goal to help us lose weight and assist in the weight loss that we're looking for. 92 days ago. We're eating clean. We're moving our feet. And tonight we're going to get some deep sleep. Don't cheat your rest. It's where the transformation happens. So, as usual, do good things. Get out and move. Enjoy life. We'll see you in the next one.